Sometimes it takes 10 years before you get the one. I feel I'm at that point, but I feel like I've done the time and now it's starting to come together.
The more you start doing bigger things, you start getting more notice, all of a sudden the opportunities start getting greater.
And the business grew and I didn't grow with the business. And then we had issues, quality problems, all that sort of shit. Still delivered the jobs, made changes. That's when I actually started looking at seeking out a mentor and educating myself a bit more in business.
Means that you've grown.
Yeah.
Means that things have changed. You know,
Yeah.
Here, like internally.
You've got to do the reps. It's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy.
The hardest thing about business, dude, the toughest thing is so who you got for the granny?
Fuck. Maybe who will I go for? It's not who I got, who I think will win, but
No, I don't care who you're going for. I want to know who you think is going to win. You know, like Patrick
okay.
Cripps won the Brownlow.
Who's that? Brisbane. No, Sydney. Sorry, Sydney. Sydney will win. Sydney will win. Best team of the year.
Too strong for too long.
Yep. And they should do it. Do I think Brisbane can win it? Yes.
Year 2.
Do you?
Episode 1.
Do you? Oh, shit. Year 2, episode 1.
2.1. We'll call this.
That's awesome. That's a great way to start the podcast off. Year 2. Do you believe in manifesting?
Do I?
Yeah. Like, do you believe in the whole notion that you can bring something to fruition by believing it, by hoping it happens? Not hoping, but believing it's going to happen?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
The simplest answer is yes.
I think it works because when you start to have that mindset of abundance, of belief, you subconsciously put things in motion for that to happen. Do you know what I mean? That's how I think it works with the manifest. I don't believe that you can sit there on the couch and go, oh, $1 million.
I think
You know what I mean?
fall from the aircon.
Yeah, and then exactly. You go outside,
doesn't happen.
you fall over and you look under your deck and there's $1 million. Like, oh, wow, mad. So I don't believe it happens like that. However, I do believe when you have that unwavering belief and higher purpose, it will happen. Do you know what I mean? Like even us doing this podcast contributes to doing that, to achieving goals and things that you want. And I've really felt that over the last couple months. You know, the other day you were saying you felt like you've been running on a treadmill.
Yeah.
I felt like I've stepped off the treadmill and I'm running now.
So you're making...
We're just making moves, all right? From a monetary point of view, like we've won some significant contracts, starting to get back on track. And I feel that what's coming is huge as well.
What is it that you think has led you to that point? Like you talk about manifestation,
I honestly feel that, you know, you would say sometimes it takes 10 years before you get the one. I feel I'm at that point. I feel I've done the 10. Next year will be our 10th anniversary at the business, but I feel like I've done the time and now it's starting to come together. Everything, like from the perspective of, you know, even doing the consulting, the events, and now how the construction company's taking off. I feel that everything we've done up until this point is leading to what's happening now. But I've believed it too. Like I've always said it from day one. I go, shit's going to explode. Like it's going to happen one day where we're going to turn around, we're going to sign 5 contracts and they're going to be $15 million each. You know what I mean? And your life changes in those moments. That's where I feel the business is about to go.
Like it's just about to pop.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
See what I did there? Is the dog going to eat that stuff?
No, it should be right.
Yeah.
Character building.
Okay. Just say build dogs. Let's talk about that. So I I definitely think that you doing all the consulting stuff, right? And a lot of the stuff you do there, I think is having an impact on Pascon.
Yes.
Do you reckon?
Yes, I do. But also I feel it's having an impact on me.
As a human?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elaborate, because I'm standing on stage, I'm preaching. I said, hey, do it like this. This is what works. This is what's good. This is how you make it happen. And it's like I'm almost talking to myself. Do you know what I mean? I'm not talking to the audience. I'm talking to myself every time I'm on stage.
You're talking to the audience, but you also hear the message.
Yeah. What I mean when I'm talking, obviously I'm talking to the audience. But
It's
I'm
like
there.
the message is for you.
The message is for me.
Just as much.
It's like there's this guy. Have you seen the guy that does the ice baths every single day? And then he goes, good morning, everyone. He's like, today is day 379 of taking an ice bath every single day. And then he'll give a 1 minute speech about something.
He always comes up with that.
What he said was, he goes, at the end of when he did 365 days in a row, ice bath every single day. And he goes, I'm going to give you guys all a little secret. Every single thing I've been talking about, all that daily motivation, he goes, it's been my own shortcomings and beliefs.
What I needed to hear.
It's what I needed to. I've been speaking to myself the whole time. I haven't been speaking to anyone on the other side of the screen. I've been speaking to me. They're all my doubts. They're all my fears. They're all the things that I'm going through. And I've just explained that and reiterated that. And as a result, he's blown up. He's got books. He's got a whole range of shit that's happened in his life. Fantastic things. Hundreds of thousands of followers. And I felt that that's how Build a Leader's helped. You know, because I can stand on stage, I'm saying, this is what I do. This is how it works. I have huge belief in it. And I now feel that that's part of that manifestation, where things are starting to come to life and fruition in the construction business. They always have. I just said we had a massive setback, obviously, a few years back with everything that happened in the industry and COVID and whatnot. But again, we've bounced back bigger and better. And it's just interesting to take a step back and watch it and go, cool. Well, the other thing that happened is I had a similar period in my business where we had a significant amount of growth, and we won $10 million worth of work in the space of 3-4 weeks. And the business grew, and I didn't grow with the business. And then we had issues, quality problems, all that sort of shit. Still delivered the jobs, made changes. That's when I actually started looking at seeking out a mentor and educating myself a bit more in business. But I started to believe the hype as well. Oh, you guys are killing it. You guys are doing really good. Started to think my shit didn't stink. Had some money behind me. Look how good I am, killing it, crushing it, just building jobs, fucking ruling the world. And I started to believe that my own hype. And now I don't feel like that at all. Not even in the slightest. I feel like, good, next one. Have you seen that meme with that? They've got the soccer player where the crowd's going wild in the background and the coach is just there, just going, just calm down, just relax. It's cool. I'll send it to you when I find it one day. We just calm down. Hey, we haven't won the game yet. Just keep going. We've still got another half. So now I'm looking at where we're at with the wins that we're getting. And I'm like, okay, good. You mentioned it the other day, you know, you're getting comfortable.
That's stuck, huh?
Fucking stuck heaps. Heaps. I think about it all the time. All the time. And that's how good it's like that. Last episode, we're speaking about, you know, what have you learnt in the podcast? How good has it been to have that check-in and that accountability? And that stuck, yeah, exactly. Because when would I have that conversation otherwise?
We wouldn't have spoken about that.
Yeah. Wouldn't have spoken about it. Would I have it with my missus? No. Would she turn around and say, "Oi, you're getting comfortable"?
Really?
You know what I mean?
It's kitchen clean.
Stop fucking around.
Okay.
Shit. You go. You heard it here.
She doesn't listen to this. We know that.
So safe.
We know that.
So safe. So, yeah, it's that aspect of it too. So I'm not comfortable.
Also, but so I think it's, yes, you're pushing.
Yeah.
But also it's like, I heard this thing the other day, and it was something along the lines of, you either grow into something and then things follow through, or sometimes you're looking at doing it and something falls in front of you
Yeah.
Like you get the opportunity.
Yep.
And you need to either grow into that opportunity or that opportunity is going to go fleeting.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it happens to me all the time, dude. You hear about people who, you know, they landed a job without doing 200K a year for 2 years and then now they're back to 100K.
Yep.
And it's like, how are you not in that same position? They couldn't grow to fill the shoes that they needed to fill.
Yeah.
And I think you're probably just in a different place mentally.
Heaps. Oh, without a doubt.
You know what I mean?
So different. So different. And it's cool. It's exciting. I love that I've seen that.
Means that you've grown.
Yeah.
Means that things have changed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here, like internally, not externally.
Yeah.
That external will follow, but I think it's your ability to take what is now and step into it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I was speaking with a client the other day and I said to him, "Oh, are you into the F1?" Because I knew he was into his cars. "Are you coming to the F1 tomorrow, next year, blah, blah, blah." He's like, "Oh," he goes, "Yeah." He goes, I do go. He goes, haven't gone for a couple of years. He's an older gentleman, really nice guy. Because I've got corporate tickets to the F1, so I'm going to take him. I was leading into, "Hey, I've got a ticket, you coming?" And then he goes, "Oh, look," he goes, "I'm part of the Ferrari club, so they often give us tickets." And then here I am going, "Hey, come to my corporate little box."
Yeah.
At the end of turn 2.
Yeah.
He's above fucking pit lane, just fucking touching the wheels of the Ferraris. But anyway, that's not the point of the story. He's going to come. It goes into a pool. He's got a Ferrari himself. And he goes, you go into a pool for Ferrari owners because, there's lots of Ferrari owners. And then they just, if you want a ticket, you put your hand in your name in the barrel and they draw a name out and you can go. You still got to buy a ticket though. I'm pretty sure.
You have to pay for it.
I'm pretty sure. Depends he's got an older Ferrari too. He's had it for a while and been rebuilding it. Like he's part of the club. Anyway, he was talking to me about, he goes, "Oh, this weekend I'm actually going away with some mates, just going for a drive." I said, "Oh, yeah, cool. Where are you going? What are you doing?" He goes, about a few times a year, we all get together in the Ferrari club and we take our cars and we just go for a cruise for 10 days or for the weekend or whatever it might be. We start here, we go all the way there. I go, "Oh, nice." He goes, "Everyone take their Ferrari?" He goes, "Oh, no, there's heaps of different cars." He goes, "Some people, they've got Ferraris, they're part of the Ferrari club." He goes, "But there's McLarens, there's Lamborghinis, there's whatever you want, you name it." Because I've seen some Golf Rs there before, so he goes, "There's a whole range of cars that come with us, but there's just car enthusiasts." Like, yeah, interesting. And it made me think, we still got to go buy a car. And I was thinking about that and I was like, okay, if I had the Lambo now or Ferrari and I said, "Hey, I'm actually looking to join a club. Do you mind if I come? Is it okay if I come? Can I get a membership? How do I join the club?" "Yeah, absolutely." He goes, "Oh, I get to invite 3 people, a year, whatever it is. Here, I'll invite you. Because you pay a membership fee of $1,000, whatever it is." And I go, "Great. When are you going for the drive?" He goes, "Oh, yeah, this weekend. Well, do you want to come?" He goes, "Yeah, absolutely."
Wait, so you did ask him?
No, I don't.
Oh, yeah.
Don't have a Ferrari.
Okay. No, but did you ask him all those questions about?
No.
Okay.
No. But in my mind, I was already asking him. Right, whilst we were having this conversation, I'm thinking, okay, there's an in. Now, this individual, we're building his beautiful home, significant value, and he's a high net worth individual. And I'm like, okay, you and your 10 other mates with all of your supercars, you now trust me to build your home and to do business with me. And now I go and spend $500,000 on a new car, on a Ferrari. Let's go to Zagami, wherever we go, buy a car, then come with you. And then you're going to introduce me to this friend and to this friend and to this friend and to this friend. All these guys in that circle, without a doubt, would be high net worth individuals. If they can afford the car, if you're in that space where you can afford to drop $500,000, $1 million on a vehicle or multiple vehicles, you're doing it right. Most of the time you're going to be in business as well.
Yeah.
And that got me thinking. So if I had the car and I was able to connect with them, I just don't see how I wouldn't be able to do more deals and pay for that car off in one transaction.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like that whole manifesting thing.
Or
we'll
even,
talk
dude,
about.
all right, let's just say you don't. That's one aspect.
Yeah,
Like
just
you
one.
go there and you do a deal with one person there.
Yes.
You might go there and just realize you might learn something.
Yeah.
Like they might just say something. You'd be like, wait, what? You can do that? Like, wait, hold on, that's a thing? How many times someone does it? You went, what? Like,
Yeah.
wait, that's a thing? I didn't know that was a thing. Well, how many times have you either learned it from someone or spoken about something and someone didn't know it? And then you're like, yeah, you need to do this so you don't pay this, or so that this, that, or so you make this much, or so that you're structured like this, or so you're protected, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And it's like, you could just learn a thing that could pay for the car.
Yeah.
You know
Exactly.
what I mean? It's not even
Or a connection with someone. I'd be like, hey, I'm a builder. He goes, hey, I know the owner of Bunnings. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, really? He goes, yeah, mate, dude, because you're never paying retail ever again. How much do you get off?
just
You
say-
get, you get 5%. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah.
So you get 5% like every other builder.
25%. Yeah. And it's like, how much did you just save?
25%, and I spend over $1 million a year at Bunnings.
So 250K.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like,
He likes me that much. Or he goes, hey, my son, my daughter, this person wants to connect with you. Whatever it is.
dude, it might even just,
It opens the, it's like, so my mentees now, it's like I'm trying to teach everyone, like, okay, you guys have to think different. You're doing the same. You said it to me the other day. You had a client that's a builder, and you're like, you're trying to extract out of him, like, well, what makes you different? Like, I need you to make some videos for me. I need you to do this. I need you to do this. He goes, how can we, you're trying to inspire him to get him to think differently. And he goes, so why should someone build with you? It's like, oh, we're trustworthy.
yeah.
Okay. You're trustworthy. Okay. All right. What else are you? We deliver on time. Okay.
High quality.
We're good quality. We, do this.
all the same shit.
Dude, you just told me what every other fucking builder on the planet says.
Yeah, I know. George, you know yourself that you don't control your thoughts.
Yes. Yeah. You
don't control your
there.
thoughts.
Yeah, that's right. They're put there by other things, but you can still, know better, and you can help guide him. But my point is, everyone's doing the same thing. Everyone is doing the exact same thing.
That's a great way to get what everyone else has got.
That's right. But it's also a great way to get what everyone else doesn't have. As in, by you doing something different.
Yeah.
And that's where I feel I've got that point of difference at the moment, with the consulting company being that point of difference. But also now I've just appointed a GM from when's this going to air?
Mid to late October.
October. Yeah, that's fine. Make sure it's late October. Thanks. So
I'll tell you the exact date.
yeah. So yeah,
can't
the
tell you.
GM will. It's all right as long as it's after the mid-October period.
Sure.
But I'm excited about that. I'm thinking different. How many of you business owners out there today, right now, no matter what industry you're in, doesn't have to be construction, are thinking about putting someone else in charge of your company?
It'd be very few.
Very few. Very few. Look at all the big businesses, or bigger businesses. They all have C-suite executives in their business. All of them. All of them have C-suite executives. So you might be a small business. You can still be a small business and start just to think a bit bigger. This didn't happen for me overnight. This has been a process of 10 years in business. I'm at the point where I was thinking, you know what? I don't want to do the same thing I've done for the next 10 years that I've done the last 10.
Yeah.
I've got to change shit up. Something has to give. Now imagine I put this guy on and he brings on $30 million worth of work. I didn't do that. But the actions I took did.
Yeah.
But the actual getting of that work didn't happen through me. It happened through him.
It does. Yeah. It doesn't have to happen through you.
Yeah, that's right. Because I'm starting to think bigger and play bigger games and go, all right, this is great. Let's get these projects coming through. And then that allows me to connect into other things. And it's so funny because I walked here this morning before the podcast. I left my AirPods at home, at the office, sorry. And my daughter took my headphones to go on the plane the other day, so I don't have them either. So I didn't have anything. I wasn't listening to anything on my walk.
That's
the last
nice
couple of
sometimes.
nights. Yeah, it was cool. The time went quicker than when I do have something I'm listening to. Anyway,
Why?
I don't know. I was fucking lost in my thoughts. I've honed in on this idea, and I don't want to discuss it on air, but I'll discuss it with you after because I wouldn't mind listening to your opinion. And this idea came to me to connect with another client of mine to put a proposal forward to him. And I'm trying to think subjectively about it and go, when I put this proposal forward to him, why would he say no? And then why would he say yes? And the more I think about it, the more beneficial, the more I think, I'm trying to see if I'm hyping myself up about it, but it's about, I'm trying to solve their problem and they're going to pay for it. Like they will pay great money for it.
It's business.
That's right.
You solve someone's problem and they give you money to do it.
It's not a little bit of money. Like they will give me a lot. I'm going to ask for a lot of money. No. But I just want to clarify. I'm going to ask for a lot of money.
Better be a lot of problems.
It's the funny thing is, right? It's okay. Wait, I didn't have a bag.
You didn't have a bag.
Iggy, can you give me a bag over there? Just any bag you've got. Anything, empty, full, whatever. Yeah, that'll do. Perfect. Because I want it to be on camera too. For those watching on YouTube. Yeah, lunchbox.
Is that the drone? Yeah. That's the drone? Yeah. Comes in a little esky.
Hey, you would have bought that.
Comes in a... Did you buy that?
You don't know what's in this, by the way.
Me, I don't know.
Right, no. You got no idea.
No idea, apparently.
I just picked it up.
Yeah.
Will you give me $50,000 for this bag right now?
No.
Okay. That's the mentality of 99% of the people.
Mm-hmm.
Would you give me $50,000 for this bag if there was 4 kilos of solid gold in it?
If the value outweighed,
yeah. So most of the time,
I'll say 4 kilos of gold's worth.
A fuckload. Get your phone. Ask where's Siri. Ask her.
Hey Siri, how much is 4 kilos of gold worth in Australian dollars? Well, fuck that up. Hey Siri,
iPhone 16 didn't even work.
How much is 4 kilos of gold worth? Live gold prices. Oh, yeah. So gold is GCF 2693, whatever that means. Is that per ounce?
It could be ounce, yeah. Yeah. It's a fuckload more. That's not anyway, let's get back to it.
Gold?
A poor person's going to will say no. Yeah. Someone that's thinking different, someone that's thinking outside of the box, well, I should say a poor person, a person with the same beliefs and thoughts they've always had as everyone else, like what we just mentioned, that builder that is a good quality builder, builds on time, all that sort of shit. He says the same fucking thing. He thinks the same fucking thing. He's doing the same fucking thing as everyone else. Okay? But you wouldn't give me, he would look at this and go, I'm not going to give you $50,000 for this bag. Someone that's thinking bigger says, well, what's in the bag? That's the question he would ask. What's in the bag? Not, I'm not going to give, no way I'm going to give you. He looks at the bag and sees a bag. He doesn't look at the bag and go, hang on, the content of this bag could be worth millions of dollars. Yeah, I'll give you $50,000 for it, absolutely. So it's the question that you've got to ask. It's the ability to be thinking different and doing different things and thinking in a bigger way. And the reason why I say I'm going to ask them for a lot of money is because I'm going to solve a really, really big problem for them, which will save them 10 times more money than what I'm asking.
I'm going to flip the script on you there.
Good, please.
I heard a great thing, a way to handle objections.
Yeah.
And when you pitch your price to someone and they say, oh, no, that's too much. And you say, oh, sorry, I must have misunderstood. I thought you were trying to solve a big problem here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why I thought the problem was significant. If it's not, then no, it is significant. Like it is a big problem. You know, we do need, for example, in my case, we do need more leads or we do need to generate more business. Oh, but you only want to spend $200.
Yeah.
Like, is that how you think this works? You spend a small amount to solve a big problem?
Yeah.
It's not how life works, my friend.
That's right. That's right. So the point I'm getting at though is the only reason that this thought came to my mind was because now I'm like, well, if I'm going to have someone else taking care of my business and running the day-to-day operations, and it's operating without me, and it's a well-oiled machine, which it will be because there'll be transition, obviously, but it will be because I'm very systems and process driven. That's how the business operates in the first place. So as long as he picks up where I've left off, everything should go right. And there'll be checks and balances and shit we do along the way. But because I've gone like that, I said, well, okay, well, what's next? What's next? What's the next step? I'm not putting on a GM so I can stay home and play PlayStation all day. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to sit there and go, yeah, this is my life now. Live the good life. Oh, it must be nice, George, getting comfortable.
Are you getting distracted?
No, I don't believe so. I don't believe so. I actually, I mentioned this to you the other day, I felt that the consulting company Builder Elite was the distraction.
Yeah.
I do believe it's contributed to the success too, but I think there was a period of time there where it's becoming a distraction in certain elements because it was pulling me away from some of the obligations that I had to my construction business as well. So that's going to be very interesting to see how I manage that next year as well and how I do that. It'll still exist. I think I'm very good at it. It's a really good product. It's a really good thing for builders to have in their corner and construction professionals. So we'll continue with it. It's just what level I take it to next. So this problem I'm thinking about solving for them, I'm going to pitch it to them. I'm going to approach them. They may say no, like, totally fine. But the point is, they also might say yes. But the point is I was thinking about it. I'm thinking differently, which I guarantee you, if I continued on the path that I'm on now, not putting on the GM, not doing that, I wouldn't have approached them for. I wouldn't even cross my thought to call them up and approach them and say that.
Okay, so I'm going to play devil's advocate here.
Yeah, good, please.
So I had a conversation with someone last night.
Yep.
And they were talking to me about, every time I sit down with this person, they always say to me, so are you doing anything else? Like every single time.
Yeah.
What else? What are you doing? Looking to doing any new ventures?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Girl in the red dress.
Girl in the red dress. Every fucking time, dude. And I'm like, no. They're like, why not?
Can you give some context on the girl in the red dress for those that don't understand what we're referencing?
This is a term coined by Alex Hormozy where he talks about, the
So for those, the Matrix. Anyone seen the Matrix? Because he does reference it from there.
It is, yeah. It's from the Matrix.
From the Matrix. So when Neo, in Matrix, the very first one. So when Neo goes into the Matrix for the very first time, or the computer system for the very first time, he's walking down the street with Morpheus. And then as he's walking down, a really attractive, hot woman, everyone's wearing like dull colors in the simulation, just plain clothing, nothing bright. Then there's this really blonde, attractive woman in a bright red dress that walks by. And then as he's walking, as she passes him, Keanu Reeves turns his head and looks, right, as most red-blooded men will do. And then...
Red-blooded men?
Pretty sure. And that's the concept that leads into this.
Yeah. So in the sense of it's a distraction.
It's a distraction.
Right? And in business, the core aim is to focus and you will get distractions. And the bigger business gets, the hotter the girl in the red dress gets, in the sense of the bigger the opportunity. And I say opportunity in, what's that called?
Inverted commas.
Inverted commas, yeah. I say opportunity in inverted commas because it will be positioned as an opportunity, but it's essentially a distraction, which might seem like a way to make an extra amount of money or significant amount of money. But really, if you controlled your focus, that would actually take away from what you could do, right? And every single time I catch up with this gentleman, he says,
do I know him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says, what new ventures do you have on, or blah, blah, blah. And I say, no, like nothing.
Is he insinuating for you what other businesses are you looking at buying or anything like that?
Yeah, things like that.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm always like, and I explained this to him last night, and I said, I think it's the biggest distraction ever. And I think
I couldn't agree more.
I think that you trying to do, and this is what I'm saying to you now, like, because even though you have someone doing the day-to-day in Pascon, there is non-day-to-day stuff that needs to be done. Do you know what I mean? It's like, how do you now position yourself to double your insurance cap? And,
yeah.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Things like that. So it's like, but if you get distracted with something else, it might pull away from that, which might limit what you can do. And it's like, how do you not let the more success you have, the hotter the girl in the red dress becomes.
Yeah.
That's the whole concept. And the more you start, like, you start doing bigger things, you start getting more notice, all of a sudden the opportunities start getting greater.
Yeah.
Or start getting bigger. Or all of a sudden you met this guy who's this thing, and now we can do this thing with this big company or whatever it might be, right? And it's like, I had the conversation with him yesterday, and I explained it to him. I said, like, I think it's a waste of time, because he's big on that. Oh yeah, we're doing this and we're doing that there, and da-da-da. We got this other company and we're doing this here, and I also do this other thing, and we do coaching and a whole bunch of jazz. And then I questioned him something about one of his companies, and then he had this block of like, oh yeah, but we can't do that because government, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, that's one aspect. What about this? What about this? What about this? And then he's like, oh yeah, I haven't really thought about that. I said, it's almost like you're distracted, huh?
Good.
Do you know what I mean? Because we think, oh no, but I need to run 7 businesses. And what you don't understand is that, no, you need 7 different income streams in your one business.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You need to focus it within, not out. And I think a lot of people in the business space tend to have a level of ADHD, kind of. Like, it's very easy to get distracted by the shiny new thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Most business, oh, I don't know, another opportunity. Because when you start to understand the business world, the way you see things changes. And then all of a sudden it's like, wait, hold on. So we can go make an extra $3,000 a month doing that thing as well. And we can get extra make $10,000 a month doing this. And then it's like, all of a sudden everything is a new shiny object. And I think the power to build a big business comes from your ability to not look at the shiny thing and look at what's in front of you.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And the gentleman I caught up with last night, I was saying it to him, and I was like, you're not doing this right. Like, you're not, but his thing is, oh, but we've grown. Yeah, but you could have grown so much more.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, but I'm doing this as well. Yeah, but you feel like you're winning, but are you really winning? Do you know what I mean? And that's why I ask you that question. Like, are you distracting yourself? Because it's like, okay, cool, I can go make, let's just say you can make $1 million, okay? Just for the sake of round numbers. I can go do this thing with someone, whoever, if they do it, I'm going to make $1 million. But if you put that same amount of time, energy, focus into, say, Pascon, how much could you make? Do you know what I mean? And then how much could you make in 3 years and in 5 years? Because the hardest thing about business, dude, the toughest thing is fundamentals. You know what I mean? It takes, I reckon, I'm going to estimate based on what I've been told, but I reckon it takes probably 3 to 5 years to really get good traction, like really good traction. Like where you're turning over a great amount of money.
I tend to agree with that.
Yeah, it's not, everyone wants to turn over $1 million in the first 6 months. And it's like, very few businesses do that. Do you know what I mean? And when they do, they're generally chaotic as fuck when they're new, because they don't have the processes. They have, you know what I mean? It's all over the shop. The customer experience is shit. The product's falling apart. And it's like, to build there are so many moving parts in a business. So many moving parts. To get every aspect right, it takes a lot of time, man. Like a lot of time. I feel like I've changed your mind.
No, I just wanted to let you talk.
Yeah. And I think, you got to ask yourself that question.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying. Yeah. And I did think, because we've had these conversations, it's questions I've asked myself when I'm walking without the headphones. Okay. So what's the difference? Why don't I just do this myself in my own business? Because it is a bit of business integration, what I'm thinking, putting this offer forward to them. And it's already leveraging what I'm doing now in my own business, but with someone else, and solving their problem at the same time. And also ensuring my own, like it ensures a level of income for Pascon as well. And there's restrictions, say with myself at the moment, I've got the restrictions with insurance cover. So I've got a decent amount of cover, a lot more than a lot of builders. And I'm going to go and actually apply to double it. As soon as my accountant finishes the end of financial year reporting and all that sort of stuff, I'm going to submit all the paperwork and go and literally ask for about $40 million worth of cover for insurance. I don't think they'll give it to me, which is fine. But more often than not, yeah, that's right. I'm asking for significantly more than I anticipate to get.
Yeah.
But I'd rather ask for 40 than ask for 20. Do you know what I mean?
Get it.
And them give me 30. And then I say, or I ask for 20 and they give me 18. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what I did last time. I asked for a ridiculous figure and they ended up giving me a lot more than I thought that I needed or that I thought I would get. So my intent this time round is to go, cool, I want to, because I actually had a person call me this week, I think it was on Tuesday. He had a project in Keilor East, 42 townhouses. Big job. It's a $30 million project. Can't do it. I can't take it on because I don't have enough insurance. And I said that to the guy. I said, listen, the problem you're going to face now is you're going to be looking at some builders who, your pool of builders that you can select are going to be small because there's not that many that have that level of home warranty insurance. And then the bigger guys don't want to touch townhouses as well. But it made me think as well, look, I can't take that project on. I would like to because it's no brainer. Like it's not a difficult thing to do. It's very much cut, rinse and repeat. And I couldn't do it. So I'm going to apply for a significant increase in my insurance, ask for 40, maybe get 25, maybe get 30, maybe get 40. Who fucking knows? I've been doing this for 10 years now. I've got the track record of delivering high-end projects, high-value projects. I'm probably the ideal candidate for them to give the money to. I'm the type of builder they need in the industry to fucking be delivering projects. But I couldn't deliver that job. So I actually turned it down. I said, look, mate, sorry, I can't help you in this instance. And also, even the insurance that I've got now, I'm using on other projects. I'm going to be maxed out pretty soon. So that is a problem in itself. So let's assume I don't get the insurance cover. Then this venture that I'm looking at, I think is going to be very beneficial for me and the company because I can leverage other people's resources too. But anyway, the whole point of what I'm saying with this is I don't think I'd be thinking that opportunity, I don't think would have presented itself or would have come up had I not been doing something different in the first place. And I don't believe it'll be a distraction because it's going to be a lot of what I'm doing anyway. And it's in the same industry. It's doing the exact same shit. It's still construction.
Yeah. I think
if anything, in all honesty, if this deal falls through, very likely that I'd take a big step back on Builder Elite.
If it goes through.
Yeah. It would just have to. I just won't have the time to do that. Or it just turns out that I go, cool, you want to be mentored by me? Great, I can show you now. It's now $50,000.
Yeah. Or, yeah, there's ways to...
Yeah, there'll be still ways to do it. And I say, this is what you get for that period.
Whether you do or don't.
That's right. This is what you get. This is how you do it. But then I've got even more credibility then. Because I'm like, hey, guys, I've got... Let's just say, because regardless of whether this deal falls through, I'm still applying for that insurance cover. So I get it. Cool, I'll get 40 mil. Let me show you how I did that. Let me show you how everyone here is scratching around to try and get 2, 3, 5 million cover. Let me show you how I got 40. You don't think that's worth you don't think that's worth paying me $50,000 for? So I can 10x your business or 10x your potential earnings, your capabilities. Now, on top of that, let me show you how I've got net profit of X amount of dollars. Let me show you. You don't think that's worth $50,000? Just throwing $50,000 out there now, just as a round number. But this is where people are doing the same shit, thinking about the same things and not getting those results. Fucking even Metricon. At some stage, he was building the same amount of houses as I am. At one stage of his career, he was doing the exact same turnover as me.
Yeah, I think people don't think about that. Like McDonald's had one store.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? People don't. We fail to. We just look at things in too much of a small. Like we look at the now. We look at the now too much unconsciously.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When we should be looking at the now consciously and taking in everything unconsciously. But we don't. we're not awake consciously, and we're just, the unconscious is just on what's in front of you right now.
Yeah.
And I think that's the game changer. Who's to say Pascal can't do 3,000 homes a year?
Yeah, that's right.
Do you know what I mean?
Totally right.
Or, 300 homes or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's it. That's right. But this is where I'm saying, like, I feel that if I was to stay in my current position, I don't see where we're doing 3,000 homes a year. Me running the day-to-day operation of the business.
Yeah.
So I'd still have to step out and go, cool, you run day-to-day. I will look at how we get 3,000 homes a year.
Yeah. I would look at how we structure this so that we can have a 100% growth each year.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's exactly right.
To double the business year on year on year.
Then that's when you get the GM, and you go, cool, I need a CFO now.
Yeah. Because he needs to take some stuff off your plate.
That's right. Now I need to go get a fucking marketing manager.
Yeah, and we have dedicated.
That does dedicated
team,
brand.
dedicated team.
Yeah. Or I'll just call you, hey, full-time, this person works for me, go get him. All right? That's it. I'll say to you, just get him up, just make it happen for me. I don't want to employ him. I want a dedicated team member from you to manage all the marketing.
Yeah.
He works on my account and my account only. What's that going to cost me? Yeah. What's that going to cost me? Say 200 grand. Excellent. Here you go. And then you fucking sign the contract. But that 200K, and this is what I mean. People won't, imagine someone spent 200K with you. What would that do for their business? And context, Robby's in branding and digital marketing.
It changed everything.
Change everything.
Within time.
Yeah.
Not overnight.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
Six-pack doesn't happen overnight. It's the thing. People are always looking for the quick fix, yeah?
Oh, it sells.
It's like, okay,
Sexy sells.
I could
Sexy
go.
sells,
Yeah.
dude. Do you know what I mean?
I could go right now. I'm starting to get some good results at the gym. I've started to track my food and macros, and like I'm really watching what I eat. I could go and get liposuction right now and get my six-pack.
Why don't you?
Because I feel it's cheating a little bit, and I want to work hard for it. I want to earn it. I want to say, no, I did that. I was disciplined enough to do that and continue to do that. And then on the super yacht,
Yeah, I also
put
think
the sunscreen on my...
it's not about the six-pack.
No, exactly right. It's not about that look. Because man, I'm quite happy. I'm not upset. But I want to say, again, me when I'm on stage, when I'm even talking to my own team, how can I tell them to be high performers when I'm not a high performer? I can't take people who are overweight seriously. I'm sorry, like that might offend you.
Donald Trump.
No, look, the guy's older. I'm saying from a perspective, if you are...
Donald Trump's a weapon.
Yeah, the
By the
guy's
way.
a beast.
Seriously.
Guy's a beast.
Like, he is a person who has not been... They haven't been able to stop him from doing anything he's wanted to do.
Yeah.
From every aspect. Politics, he's a very successful businessman.
Absolutely, he's a billionaire. He was a billionaire before he was in power.
Very
before he was
successful
president.
businessman, yeah. And he leaves money on the table by doing this politics thing.
Oh, without a doubt.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
He doesn't
says
pull a
it. He's
salary.
Like, this does not benefit me financially.
Yeah.
Like, this is not... If my businesses get hurt when I'm
president.
doing being president, because I'm focused here, not there.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I can't take someone that's ridiculously overweight seriously on any level. I don't give a fuck how many millions you have. It's like I said the other day. We might have millions. You'll be dead next year, bro.
I feel the same way about people who smoke.
Yeah, it's the same concept.
Yeah,
it's the exact same concept.
You're sitting there
losing.
punching darts. Like, you're not thinking.
Yeah,
It's just
it's the easy thing to do.
Well, you haven't
They're
made the
taking that-
connection.
Yeah. But it's the same with your health. Like with
you haven't made the connection
weight.
that
you haven't made the connection that you can have a heart attack.
Yeah,
haven't made
you're killing yourself.
Yeah, you haven't made the connection that when everyone's running down the street, running away from fucking lions that have been let loose, you're first to go. Right? You're going to be the slowest, the weakest, and the fattest,
the biggest meal.
and the biggest meal. They're going to love it. So I can't take people seriously like that. So how do I expect them to take me seriously if I'm unfit and unhealthy?
So you doing all this caused you to lift your game.
On all aspects, yeah. On all aspects of my life. The working out is just one aspect of it. It's not one thing that you do and you go, yep, cool. I'm going to be a high performer now because
I don't
have a
know
six-pack.
anything where there's one thing.
No, exactly right. It's a
Like people
combination
say like,
of things.
oh, I just want to run ads. And I'm like, dude, like, what do I need to, what's the ad need to do? Like, what do we need to go? What platform?
What
Give me,
video?
tell me
Just-
like,
just
just one,
tell me the one
It's
video
like,
that-
dude,
just
just
tell
doesn't
me the
fucking
viral
work
video.
like that. Yeah.
I need the viral video, then we'll do it.
Yeah. It takes 5,000 videos to get a viral video. Yeah. But there's no, even dude, health, like there's no even, but I know, I've got a relative who he used to weigh 185 kilos.
Used to?
Used to.
Good on him. I like that.
So let me finish.
Okay.
I went and got surgery to get his, you know, that thing where they cut out your stomach, cut out your stomach.
Staple it or whatever.
I don't know. There's so many different ones. Anyway, he got this one where he can't eat whatever, or even till now,
Portions
that
are
amount-
smaller.
Portions are way smaller.
Yeah. Like you can eat literally a handful of something.
if
That's it.
that, like
A slice of pizza.
couldn't finish a slice of pizza,
Yeah.
sort of thing. And
It's just a
initially,
calorie
anyway.
deficit. That's all. It
Yeah,
comes down
and they
to,
just
you know.
can't eat anymore, and they end up losing a bunch of weight. Anyway, he went from 180 kilos, 185 kilos.
That's big, bro.
Yeah, it was probably just taller than me.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I could show you a photo.
That's big, man.
Do you want a photo?
Absolutely. Now I want to see it. But that 180 is a huge human being.
That's 180 though. This was a large specimen.
Like I said the other day, I was on the plane, was sitting business class, and you know how the fold-out table that comes out from the side and it comes in front of you?
Yeah.
The guy next to me was so fucking fat, he couldn't pull out. Jesus.
So that's before and after.
He couldn't pull the tray out because they were bringing out food and shit. He couldn't pull the tray out to put the food on there. That's how
I
big
remember
this
you
guy
telling
was.
that story. Yeah. So that's before and after. I won't show the person's name. Don't show the photo on the thing.
I won't at all. But
I
mate,
won't show the person's name, but 180 kilos they dropped down to about 90.
he looks 1,000 times better.
Yeah.
1,000 times better.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So,
And
but he
maybe
got
for
the surgery.
someone, maybe he needed that. Sometimes they need that circuit break. They can't do it themselves because they're so ingrained in their bad habits that
What
they've got to go
year is
and
that
do this.
image? What year is that image? you're looking
It says 2019.
at? Okay. Now it's 2024.
Yeah.
He's probably 130 kilos.
Okay. So still not there, but the habits have come back.
He was 90 in 2019.
Yeah. So the habits have come back.
So he's doing the wrong
He's doing
thing.
the same
Why?
things again.
Because he took the cheat code.
Yeah.
Because he didn't understand what the things were that were going
The
to...
habit didn't change.
The habit didn't change. Yeah, he didn't understand what the things were that were going to actually fix him.
Yeah.
Instead, he just took the pill, took the shortcut.
Yeah.
And then...
It's like that new
on
drug
his route
that's out.
back to
What's that new drug? The diabetes one that everyone's taking for weight loss?
Ozempic.
That's the one.
Whatever it is.
So I was listening to this lady talking. Oh, it was a great podcast. Who was it? I think it was Chris Williamson. And it was, I can't remember the lady's name. She was very smart. She was a biochemist. And she was talking about glucose and sugar and what glucose does to you and your body and all that sort of stuff.
Diary of Sia,
Was it that one? Oh, did you hear that episode? Listen to that episode?
where she talks about how vegetables, the difference between sugar and fruit sugar.
Yeah. It was interesting, wasn't it? Like your body can't tell.
I just saw a clip.
Oh, well, yeah, watch it. It's actually a good listen. Your body can't tell the difference between apple, like say between the sugar in an orange
Yeah.
and the sugar in chocolate cake. It's the exact same thing. I completely believe that too. She goes, the worst thing you can do to yourself and to even your kids, the worst thing you can give your kids, orange juice. It's sugar. You are extracting the sugar and you are drinking the sugar. Your body cannot tell the difference.
Yeah, so I studied in food product engineering.
Yeah.
And the basic is sugar is just sucrose
That's right.
and fruits are fructose.
Yeah.
And the basic is still glucose.
That's right.
So the molecule
That's exactly
is
what
the
she was
exact
saying. That's
same thing.
exactly what she said.
And when you said orange juice,
Yeah.
the problem is that it comes back to what your brain receives.
Yeah.
So when you chew, the brain receives its hard food.
Yeah.
So it will try to digest it better.
Yes.
Whereas you drink it, there will be no saliva,
Yeah.
which helps break down glucose. It has a thing called alpha amylase. So you don't take that when you're drinking juice. And it's like the worst way you can have fruits.
Yeah.
Eating fruits
Yeah.
is okay, but drinking is like the
You've got
worst
the fiber
thing.
in them. You've got other aspects of it there, but exactly that. She said exactly what you were talking about. Very interesting. And-
So I actually saw that clip.
Yeah.
And then I saw someone react to it. and
Oh,
say
did ya?
that she's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Apparently,
You got someone that's a biochemist, studied this and done clinical trials and studies and everything. Like, how do you argue against that? What's this other person done that said it was wrong?
he's a
So Gary Brecker or something?
nah, but that would be a very good.
Yeah.
Like Gary Brecker's pretty.
Yeah, potentially, but he's not. I don't know if he's done the level of research, study that she's done.
I'm big on questioning.
But I'm also big on fact and science.
Yeah, but so if you, so doctors.
But doctors are book
Shout out to all the doctors who, who
We should get a doctor on.
do really cool stuff.
I'm going to make this doctor. I'm going to ask him if he come on.
Ask him, but with all due respect to doctors, most of them don't know what's going on.
Yeah, they're book smart. This is what the book told me is wrong with you. This is what's wrong with you.
You need to take these pills.
Yeah,
and it's like, no, I don't.
Yeah, you could. I know so many naturopaths.
I tell my doctors to give me about this.
I have a close friend.
I'll teach you something.
I know someone close to me who had issues with their gut. Doctors were going. They went to specialist. Everything. No one could figure out what was wrong with them. No one. And they kept giving them antibiotics. Everything. They went and saw a naturopath. Solved it in 3 months.
How good.
Gone. Completely gone.
Yeah. I think doctors are not, but then that's why I question the whole, like when someone like that pops up, and she could be right. I got no idea.
Yeah.
I'm not educated in.
Yeah, that's right.
But I definitely, like, I don't even know the other guy who argued that she was wrong.
Yeah.
He could be wrong.
Yeah.
Like, I got no idea.
Who was, and I think she was saying that she was copping a lot of hate from people about that, like about her views and topics and view on that topic. What we're talking about just leading into that as well.
Weight, taking the shortcut, the magic pill.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, the diabetic one, the drug that people take for weight gain. Yeah, Ozempic. So she was saying, and it makes complete sense. She goes, Ozempic, yes, it does help you drop weight, but it actually targets your muscle mass as well. So people are taking it and they're losing weight.
They're losing muscle.
They're losing muscle and they're losing fat. They're losing both, but they're losing muscle. So he goes, the people that are taking it are not working out. So they're losing their muscle mass, and then when they stop taking it, they just eat their normal foods, and they end up putting on, if not all, and then some weight back on after, because they're taking that shortcut and they're not doing it properly. They're not building that muscle mass. They're not, because that's how you're burning the energy. It's like when you build, the bigger your muscles, the more energy you can burn.
That's correct, yeah. So, as far as I know.
Yeah, like I'm no scientist, I'm no biologist, I'm nothing, whatever it is. But again, makes sense to me when you break it down like that. So you need to build that muscle. How do you build the muscle? You got to do the reps. It's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. Today I was at the gym at 6:15. All right? It's a public holiday today, guys. I was at the gym at 6:15 a.m.
Was there people?
Normally the gym is a lot fuller than what it was. There was 20% of the gym than what would normally be in that zone. 1/5 of the gym.
Oh, wow. I went to the gym this morning too. It was packed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What time did you go?
Couldn't believe it. 7.
Okay, I went at 6:15. Maybe the 45 minutes made a difference. I don't know.
We don't go to the same gym.
I know, I'm just saying, but maybe that 45 minutes made a difference, potentially. But my point is, I've gone to the gym plenty of times at that time, and it's been much fuller.
I also never go at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
So
you don't know comparatively.
Yeah, but it was busy. Like I was like, man, I'm surprised how many people are here.
Yeah, well, yeah, it could be that too. But it's also coming into some nice weather. Maybe people will go, fuck, I better work on the summer body now. I'll work on it 3 months before. But my point is, how many people are sleeping in today? How many people are sleeping in today?
Heaps. It's a public holiday.
Exactly. You deserve it.
Yeah.
You deserve this day off. You know what I mean? Just relax. Hard. It's been hard. And that's why a lot of people keep getting the same results. They keep doing everything that everyone else is doing. That's why there's so many people overweight. I see it more now. I dropped the wife and kids off at the airport the other day, and I went all the way into the check-in. I went in with them. I wasn't going with them. They're going on a holiday for a few days. And they were flying up with Jetstar. And normally I don't fly Jetstar, but it was the only flight that I could find to get them there. And Jetstar go through and weigh all the bags. You know, if you have more than 7 kilos, like they're literally there, they go up to you, put your bag on the scale, put your bag on the scale, put your bag on the scale. And they're weighing everyone's bag.
I got done like that once.
Yeah.
Like for 2 kilos.
Yeah, we had check-in
Charged me
baggage.
$70.
Are you serious?
Yeah, for 2 kilos.
I had a check-in bag, so it was all right. Like my wife I told her, I said, I bought your check-in baggage too, so don't fuck around, just put it on there because I know what they're like. Anyway, so they're going around measuring everyone's weight, everyone's bag. And I don't know, I just pick this up more now than ever before because I'm training, I'm eating well, I'm in better shape than I've been. And I look at people and I judge. And I go, you're weighing this bag, all right? Are you going to weigh that person? They're fucking 15 kilos heavier than everyone else here.
You know what's funny? I caught a plane in Fiji once to another island, and they weigh the person with the bag.
And then, why is it you saying that's a good thing?
Dude, they actually say, like, put your bag on your back,
Yeah.
and now jump on the scale. You're like, do you want me to jump on the scale? Okay. Do you want me to take my shoes off? No, as you are, with all your stuff on. You're like, okay.
You reckon that's so, why, do they charge you more?
Equality.
Yeah, fucking oath.
I think it was a small plane.
Oh, was it? That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because they might need to position you
fuck
in,
around,
but
yeah.
also they might need so this heavy person and this heavy person have to be on opposite sides.
There wasn't even 20 people on the plane.
Yeah, okay.
Like a tiny plane.
Yeah. That makes a bit more sense. Yeah. Because if you're 180 kilos, like your mate, they might say, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Like your mate. So, but if you're a 180 kilo human being, and maybe that means, well, you're the size of 2 people, aren't you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You couldn't fit 180 kilo people on that plane. You could fit 10, but not 180. The plane won't get off the ground.
How much would your life change going from 180 to 90?
Heaps,
Like,
man. Heaps.
You could roll around.
Heaps.
You've probably never rolled around before.
What do you mean? Oh, you like roll around. You can do anything, dude. Like, that's what I mean. It's surprising he's put the weight back on. You saw how good it was. Do you know what I mean? Are you good friends with him?
I'm trying to think of how do I answer that.
Like, would you be comfortable enough to say, oh, dude, what the fuck are you doing with your life?
Oh, I always say that to him.
Yeah. All right. So what's he saying about it? That's good.
I
Hey,
don't know, man.
just for context, good friend.
Me?
Fucking oath.
Yeah, I don't fuck around.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? If you didn't care, you wouldn't say anything. Oh,
Yeah, just like, what the fuck you doing?
You'd be like, do you want Krispy Kremes?
Yeah. did that to you last week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I know.
I just tell him, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
But that's, people get upset at me for that too, though. What the fuck do you what I do?
Dude.
I'm the guy to tell you. Like, do you know what I mean?
You tell it too. Every time you send me messages, oi, you fucking, where are my videos?
Yeah, hey, fuck up.
You're right.
Um,
Did you like the video I sent you the other day?
I haven't even looked at it.
Bust my balls for a video. It doesn't even look
Yesterday.
at it. Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, since yesterday. Cool.
Yeah.
That was good. I thought it was quirky. So
I'm sure I'll think the same.
cool.
But yeah, I think you need to tell people when they're in that position. And I think there is no quick fix. You know, like you said, it took 10 years to have that year. But hey, people will just see it as, you know, oh yeah, what did George do? How did he all of a sudden?
Yeah.
You know?
How lucky.
Yeah. No, he must have done something right.
I think Jimmy Carr said it. People are. Hang on.
I know.
Yeah, you know exactly what I'm going to say.
They want to have what I have.
Yeah, people are jealous of the things that you have, but they're not jealous of what it took to get them.
Yeah. Yeah, and Cristiano Ronaldo says the same thing. He's like, everyone wants to be Ronaldo.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll give you the blueprint. Are you going to do it? He's like, you won't do it.
Yeah.
He's like, it's very hard.
Yeah.
And he's right.
All right, you step by step what you need to do.
He's like, I'll give you the blueprint. He's like, are people going to be willing to do that? He goes, do you think I want to train every day? He's like, I don't want to train every day.
He's one of the fittest and best physically fit people.
He's elite.
Exactly.
In every
He's
aspect
elite.
of life.
He's elite. That's
Do you
right.
know what I mean? He's elite.
He's the definition of.
Yeah. Elite in every way, dude. Fit, healthy, pushes himself, smart, reads, business, money, life, family. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He's elite. But yeah, it takes 10 years to have that 1 year, huh?
And
Not
he's
always.
39 years old.
Is he?
Yes.
Yeah. But not always. It can happen sooner.
Yeah,
The point
what
the point is of that 10 and 1 is it does take time. And you need consistency, you need the experience. There's no compression algorithm for experience. You have to go and do the reps. You have to do the reps. You can fast track it by getting advice and mentors and connecting with the right people, absolutely. And investing in systems and procedures and all that sort of stuff, staff, employees.
So if I want to manifest something in my life, okay, or if I want to attract something in, how do I do it?
I mean, you can go down the path of what some people do and actually stand in front of the mirror. I am this. I am. I have. I do. You can do it like that because it's a way of talking to your subconscious at the end of the day, isn't it? And I think that's important. Like your self-talk is massive. Self-talk is huge. Like if you knew how powerful your thoughts were, you'd never think a negative thought for the rest of your life. It controls everything. So you can do it that way.
I have a manifestation notebook.
Yeah, how does that work?
So I just only write things that have to manifest in a year, and I just close that notebook.
Yep.
And after a year, I look back at it. Most of it is happened, and I write the new ones.
Yeah, good. It's the way with doing your daily manifestations is the context of actually changing your subconscious. When you keep saying it to yourself over and over and over again, eventually you believe it. Like it just becomes second nature, and then all your actions that follow thereafter transpond into that, give you those opportunities. You might think, oh, this opportunity just landed in my arms, and that's why I'm going to do this. And if this deal that I'm thinking and proposing comes through, I guarantee you there'll be people that go, oh, like it must be nice, George. That was easy. How did you land that? Fucking you just right place, right time. Is it?
Right place, right time, huh? I was watching, do you think luck plays a part?
Yeah, good question. My dad always says the harder I work, the luckier I get.
That statement, I've heard someone else say that, I can't remember who. But that statement, does that imply, how do you perceive that statement? Does that imply that, it's the harder I work, the luckier I get, as in it's not luck? Or as in, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like I could work hard as a labourer for the rest of my life. Do you know what I mean? What opportunities? You still need to do things and put yourself in positions that are going to create the opportunities.
Yes.
Luck. Oh, look, no, I think it's a combination. Luck would be a combination where preparation meets opportunity.
The definition of luck is success or failure apparently brought by chance rather than through one's own action.
That's right. It's saying
yeah,
it's not.
so not saying it's all luck.
Yeah.
Which, I wouldn't think is correct. There might be one person who gets lucky. But
yeah, that's like winning the
very few
lottery
people,
is a lucky thing.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
You could argue that of that whole situation, they made the choice to buy the ticket.
They made the choice to buy the ticket. That's
So
right.
There's some level of influence. So
Yeah,
nothing is
there is.
100% luck.
Yeah, that's right.
But do you think luck plays a part?
I don't know. That's so funny.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know. I don't think.
You always have an
Yeah.
answer to everything.
Come on, man.
Well, I just
Come
said
on,
it before.
man.
You just
Yeah,
you're making
that
me,
was
you're
the
making
first time ever
Yeah.
that I don't know.
All right, podcast over.
He's like,
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
he's like, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm done.
What do you- I'll tell you why I ask. I was
Yeah.
watching a podcast, Mark Cuban on it.
Yep.
And so Mark Cuban, for those of you who don't know, he is a billionaire owns the Dallas Mavericks and used to be on Shark Tank. Sorry?
Tech before.
Who?
Mark Cuban. Did he have some tech company? What was his company? He had a company.
What blew him up? They were the first people to stream on the internet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I knew it was something there, yeah.
Yeah. So they were the first to ever stream on the internet.
Yeah.
And they found a way to say, like, get radio stations. This is like in the 90s.
Yeah.
Found a way to get radio stations to like plug onto a website, and they'd be like, hey, if you go on this website on your computer, you can listen to this radio station.
Yeah.
And then they did it with video and TV and blah, blah, blah. And sold out to Yahoo for billions, sort of.
Yeah.
Yahoo's still around, though.
Are they?
Yeah.
Might Yahoo something later.
That thing was Yahoo Finance, the gold thing.
Oh,
by the way, 4 kilos of gold, about 500K.
So would you pay 50K for my bag?
No,
If it had 4 kilos of gold in it?
I think about
Think
it.
about it.
Trivia.
I don't know.
How much do you think 4 kilograms of gold costs?
500K. What's wrong with you?
What planet are you living on?
$550,000.
Yeah.
That's what we just said. You know this thing?
We literally just
said it. I
Cut
can
this-
understand. I can
cut this
understand.
out of the pod.
Yeah, that's right. Team, we don't want to embarrass Iggy. Actually, fuck the guy. He's going to Mongolia. He's leaving us.
Take that.
Leaving us. We're gonna
Another
discredit
trivia
your
question
name.
How many gold bars do you think it will fit in that bag, and how much would it cost?
No.
I say 4 kilos. Like I'm thinking a kilo bar.
So there
Yeah,
never
one,
seen
two,
You could
three, four,
fit
maybe 6 kilos.
6 gold bars, which would come to around 10 million Australian dollars.
There you go. So would you pay 50 grand for my bag now? That's my question.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The people that are thinking, no, they look at the object for what it is, like everyone else does. They won't pay the 50K for the bag. They go, no way I'm going to pay that, because they see a bag. But someone that's looking differently for opportunities, for things that could happen, well, what's in the bag? That's what you're going to ask. It's just one question. What's in the bag? Because I would have told you if you said what's in the bag. I said, cool, it's six bars. Bars. Mark Cuban.
He was talking about how he blew up, and he attributes luck to the situation, because he's like, yes, okay, we were the first people to stream, but like all we did was streaming. Yes, we just hit it at the right time with the .com boom and everything. He's like, if you make a streaming company now, he's like, you're doing the exact same thing, but you're not going to sell out for what we sold out for, because it's more accessible now. He's like, the timing was right, which he attributes to luck. He's like, success, you can have success without any luck. He's like, but to hit a B, like a billion, he's like, you need to have a bit of luck. And I just thought, fair call.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And yes, I do agree, you need to put yourself in positions to get lucky.
Yeah.
But if you're just sitting there depending on luck.
Yeah. I mean, he's saying I did it at the right time, but man, you still did it.
Yeah.
He still
And
did
he would have
though,
done
like-
anything else, like if, you know what I mean? But he attributes, he says, yeah, like the stars lined up. Like we were the first ones. It was taking off in the world. The .com boom happened. You know, Yahoo was buying
Okay,
every tech
arguably
company
we could say one of our
Maybe he's just being
podcast
humble.
episodes goes viral,
Yeah.
right? And then that's what attributes to us making millions from this podcast.
Yeah.
You go, oh, well, that was lucky.
No. So I think you're looking at it wrong. He thinks luck plays a role. He doesn't think it's luck.
Yeah, okay. Maybe it's
Does
the
that make
right. Okay,
sense?
so our clip goes viral and Rogan sees it and invites us on his show.
Yeah.
Because it went viral. Is that a contributing factor to luck? That we filmed on this day,
Yeah.
this exact episode
Yes, it
at
is.
this time,
Yes.
and then you actually posted it on this date because you know this is pre-recorded and there's generally a few weeks before we actually post the podcast. So on that day, it goes viral. I could have posted it the day before, could have posted it the week before or the week after. Maybe you forgot, maybe you were sleeping, didn't post the episode. It goes viral. Rogan sees it, loves what we're talking about, says, boys, I'm going to fly you out to Vegas. We're going to talk shit for 3 hours. We're going to go to the UFC. I'm going to fucking watch John Jones and Stepik at 30
Steepik?
Stepik.
Stipe.
Stipe. Oh, good, eh? Is that the iPhone 16 Plus
That's
Pro
the
Max?
iPhone
/16
16.
$1 million days?
Yeah.
On your iPhone, on the new iPhone, if you go onto Apple Podcasts or Spotify, does the new iPhone, can you subscribe to this channel on the new iPhones?
I think you can.
You can?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think you can do it on previous models though.
Why? Is that?
iPhones. I just don't know. I just think you need to buy a new iPhone to be able to subscribe. Like maybe someone could prove me wrong. If you have an older generation iPhone, or if you haven't made it in life yet and you have like a Samsung or a Google phone or something like that,
And you're fucking around.
maybe you can let us know if you subscribe to the channel. You can just let us know if it works. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
I'm just curious more than anything.
Just tag us.
Yeah. Just say, hey, yeah, guys, just letting you know, you can subscribe on Google phones.
Okay, going back to what you're saying though. The post, Brogan sees it, flies us out.
Yeah.
We see
Yeah.
John Jones bash Stipe.
Yeah. And Dana White sees us, says, hey,
Yeah.
boys,
Says,
listen to
hey,
your
boys,
podcast with
come
Rogan.
past,
It was
yeah.
sick.
Come past. We'll go watch Slapface. Slap.
Fuck, that's full on, man.
What's it
Have
called?
you seen that?
Slap challenge?
I don't know how that's legal.
What's it called?
Oh, whatever it is. The people slapping each other in
Yeah.
the face. That's fucking
Face
full on.
slap?
How is that not causing permanent brain damage to blokes? Have you seen it? Have you seen it in slow motion? That shit, I can't watch it. I can't watch it, man.
Yes, you can.
I can't. I cannot do. I cannot do.
Of course you can watch it.
I cannot do. But have you seen it in slow motion? where
Apparently
they're, like,
people cannot
winding
not
up?
watch it. So apparently as soon as you see a clip and you know someone's going to get slapped, most people watch it.
Yeah.
Like most people finish the clip. Because they reckon it's getting more streams than everything else combined. Anyway,
Full on. Anyway,
going back to that.
back to that. See,
Would I say that whole situation,
Was
there is an
lucky?
attribution of luck?
Yeah.
Yes. Because could you replicate it?
most of Rogan's videos go viral now, don't they?
But that's not, so define viral, because for
Oh,
him
just-
to get 1 million or 2 million or 8 million
Yeah,
or whatever
it's
views,
nothing anymore.
that's his normal
Yeah.
thing. Do you know what I mean? If we had, viral is relative.
Yeah.
If we got 1,000 comments on this video, we would say this went off its chain.
Yeah, we'd lose our
Yeah.
mind.
He gets 1,000 comments on every video.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not saying luck doesn't exist. Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm saying without the opportunity and the preparation, there's no opportunity for luck to come present.
But you can also do all the right things
and not hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you could also do nothing and it 100% won't hit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
the luck has to be created to a degree, doesn't it? Because if we didn't do a podcast or we film this, instead of doing it once a week, we did it once a year.
Yeah, but the luck does have to be created.
Yeah.
But it still has to.
Yeah. Okay. I can attribute to it.
I'm not relinquishing responsibility.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm saying that to get to a certain point, it does. Like you might be able to, like, for example, a Mark Cuban might be able to build an 8-figure company easily.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
For him, it's
every
like,
single time we can replicate this without luck. We can replicate it over and over and over. We know there's a formula.
whereas us,
Yeah.
we'd be here like, fuck, how lucky we'd be to make
but to make a
company.
$10 billion company,
Yeah.
maybe then they're like, okay, we need some things to fall our way as well.
Yeah, I think so for sure. I think so.
Yeah, it's an interesting topic, luck, because it's almost like you don't want to attribute it to luck as well, because you're like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck you.
No, I did
this."
it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's me.
exactly.
But also, you know, doing the do doesn't guarantee you're going to get what you want,
Yes.
but not doing it guarantees you won't.
Bang on. Bang on 100%. I think that's a great way to finish off today's episode, mate.
Anything else you'd like to share before the people subscribe?
Before Iggy jumps in and fucking says something ridiculous before the end of and just ruins our mojo before the end of the fucking episode.
Just takes away from everything.
Yeah, I will say one thing actually. You know, we last episode was year 1. This is year 2, episode 1. We've managed to talk about 52 or 53 now different topics every single week. I don't think we've really covered over a topic more than once. Maybe I think we spoke about brand a couple times, maybe.
Yeah, we've probably talked a little bit about social.
I think we've touched on things throughout each
Yeah.
episode, like that you would go, yep, we'll touch back to this, we'll touch back to that, because a lot of it is all relevant. However, I think I've been surprised that we've been able to talk about 52 different things, and it hasn't been like, oi, let me Google something to talk about today.
Should we Google something?
Maybe for next episode.
Should we? You know what, George? I heard this saying, and we'll wrap up with this. People don't need to learn new things. They just need to be reminded.
And Gary V's massive on that too. You know, he always says, people, he's like, Gary, you keep saying the same thing. He's like, yeah, dick.
Yeah. What do you
Because it's right.
Yeah, what do you want me to do? Start making shit up? People don't necessarily need to learn new stuff. Sometimes they just need to be reminded of what they already know.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, and you might notice over the coming years that we do touch on things that we've touched on previously. And here's the thing though, the retouch will be better.
Yeah.
For two reasons. One, we're better.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. How much better are we? Like, do you remember episode 1?
Yeah.
I remember thinking we are so
watch it
shit at
every night.
this. Do you?
No.
I remember like the first few episodes
wait, hold
we
on.
were-
So what did you think? You were going to be good at this from day one?
Absolutely. You think it's...
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be a fucking gun.
You're like, yeah, but it would be, you could roll on as a gun, but if you're not better in 52 episodes, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. You should
Still
be
doing
better
the
even
same
if you
shit.
are
You
a
should
gun.
be better even if you started off as a gun. And I don't think we were bad. People listened, right?
Yeah. Do you cop shit from your family or friends or anyone when they see you online all the time?
Do I cop shit?
Yeah, as in, I don't know. Look at every time, like my brother-in-law the other day, we were at home, and you want to get on the podcast? We're at home. It was at his house for a barbecue, and sorry guys, for context, those listening, my dog's here.
I was just thinking, I was just thinking that. Then I was like, listeners going to have
be
no
bored.
idea what the fuck he's talking about. They're just going to have heard me laugh.
Yeah. What was that? Oh yeah, so it was at his house, and he pulls open his phone, gets on Instagram, and bang, straight away is a video of us on the podcast. He starts laughing. He goes, fuck. He goes, can't go anywhere without seeing your face. You're lucky.
I think
you're lucky.
That's the game.
That's it.
People notice.
That's it.
You know, people are noticing. And do I cop shit from anyone?
Not from a negative way, just
No, yeah, like as in like a
Banter.
type of way.
yeah.
But
I'm sure there are people like that too.
Yeah.
I sent you that photo. This ad is shit. Stop targeting me. Send him more. Send him more.
I actually don't. I don't really, no one really.
I'll give you some shit next time I see something come up.
You're like, oh, yep. I was talking to someone the other day. I was talking to, and this chick, and she goes, are you one of those podcast guys? And I said, one of those?
I'm the only
And then she
one.
says, oh, did I offend you? I said, no, but how many do you know? And she said, none. And I was like, what the fuck are you saying?
Very good.
All right, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to this episode. We do no marketing for this podcast at all. The only way we grow is if you share it. Share it with someone you know, share it with those you care about and those you don't. And
Especially those you don't.
share it with your mother.
If there's someone that any topic that we cover offends, send it to them.
Yeah.
Send it to them and say, George and Robbie do not like you. Listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
Get in touch.
So
and then we'll get you on the podcast and we'll tell you we don't like you here as well.
yeah, so you see the part where they spoke about those bad people? That's you.
That's you.
That's you. Guys, thanks for listening.
Peace
and
out.
We'll chat to you next week.
See you next time.